Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 35 of our Kholek Suneater SFO Grimhammer campaign. We are here for the fourth time trying to get this thing recorded. We've lost the episode several times in a row, so this instead being kind of a more of a normal Let's Play will be a bit more of a guide on the quest battles for Archaon. So we're here with the Eye of Shireen battle. We're a couple turns later. We've been trying to get a couple actual decent battles. Just been progressing through all the very, very weak ones. A lot of times it's giving you kind of weak auto-resolves, not knowing that you have all these Ungor that are going to be spawning in, as well as the Minotaurs. So it gives you really bad auto-resolve, even though you would be beating it. So we pushed through a lot of the kind of weak battles, and we're here with the Eye of Shireen quest battle with Archaon, going up against a whole heap of Chaos Warriors, some Forsaken, Giants, and the Trolls with some Hell Cannons. Seeming like everything in here is mostly offense. So they're trying to wear you down while the reinforcing army comes on in with the Dragon Ogres to finish you off. Not going to work quite how they expect. The terrain kind of is as follows. They kind of deploy all over here. You can deploy troops all the way around if they've got Vanguard. So you have lots of options to flank and destroy. For this battle, we're going to have 4 uses of the Fires of Chaos, which will also help us kind of blast apart these Hell Cannons. Let's get to the fight.
At last, a worthy challenger comes. Not some weak minion sent by the gods. No, what confronts me is something more corrupt, more bestial. It serves no master, seeks no glory other than its own, and that I applaud, even as I rip at its throats, for it must die. No man, no god, no creature can challenge me and live!
Well said, Lord of the Angry. Let's get to this fight. We will get our Chaos Vanguard with the Swords of Chaos and Archaon up in the front. The Hell Cannons have quite a long range, but they aren't able to fire on you off the start, so we are going to take full advantage of that. We'll grab our Aspiring Champions here. Kind of spread them apart so they can actually get that buff and not be overlapping too much. We'll grab the Chaos Warriors across the way there. Spread them apart a little bit. Keeps the enemy warriors a bit on their toes. We're going to use these Marauders as the tip of the spear and as sacrifice for the Hell Cannons. And then we'll have the Forsaken in the back, ready to jump on anyone who tries anything nonsensical. We'll put the Hell Cannon up in the front, because the Dragon reinforcements fly in from over here. The Dragon Ogres obviously run, but there's a Sorcerer Lord on a Dragon, and he'll be flapping on over. And we want to avoid that where we can. We're going to grab our Javelin men here, our Skirmish Cavalry, put them as far back as we can. We'll force the Hell Cannons to turn all the way around if they wish to attack, and they will want to shoot at the Javelin Cavalry first, since they are a very squishy target. AI is keyed in on your very soft cavalry units more often than anything else. They'll start shooting at them. We'll grab the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. I want them to be on this side for the battle, so the Dragon Shaggoth and then his 2 Ogre buddies behind. We'll have the Trolls off on the other side. These are going to be our main beaters against this actual army over here. We can finish them off. The Dragon Lord does not show up until you've taken a good deal of casualties on the other army and it dealt with most of the Hell Cannons. We have a good bit of time. Give those Trolls a group. Swords of Chaos and the boys can all be with Archaon, and then we'll put the Hell Cannon in guard mode. Perfect. Let's get this battle going. And then we'll have Archaon's squad move on over. The Minotaurs can move their way to the other side there. We'll get these guys moving more centralized there, and then we'll drop down the Fires of Chaos right on top of these Hell Cannons. They will keep moving, and even if they don't move through that, they're going to take a good deal of damage. Let's get all of the Moo Cows moved on out. We'll have 3 of them up front here, but we're going to put them off to the side. And then 4 in the back, that way the 3 get attacked first. Perfect. Okay, they're moving on over towards us, so let's get these guys in melee. And charge them on over. They are going to start firing on us pretty quickly there, and they will be targeting these Swords of Chaos and Archaon where they can. I'm happy to let the Swords of Chaos take most of these hits. And so that way Archaon actually makes it in. He should be able to scoot right through there. And even if not, we will have all 3 of them jump on the Giant. I controlled Zinch's gifts too. Should be able to get right through. See if they can dodge it. Perfect, just barely.
Attack the mortals!
Need them to get on into combat. Alright, we'll activate the portal there as well, and then throw down the burning head. As soon as it actually activates, we gotta wait one more second. Perfect, burning head. Launch on away, and then we'll have these Furies come and jump on one of these units of Hell Cannon.
Run!
Our boys kind of got bogged down, so we're gonna pull them away. Archaon's finishing off the Hell Cannon teams very nicely there. And actually, we'll drop down the Rod of Torment on the Giant there. Give you boom, and go find one of the more dangerous units. Archers are moving on over. We'll bring over our Dragon Ogres. And Minotaur as well. He's still bogged down, so we're just going to pop the abilities and keep him in. Everyone else charge. We'll activate Apocalyptic Charge as well. Perfect. These guys are... Some of them are still caught in fighting, but any of them that are going to be slaughtered pretty quickly. Drop down the Fires of Chaos. We'll hit this unit. We're going to keep our infantry teams out of it for now. For some reason, the Mumus were not sprinting. Not really sure why. Let's send the Marauders in. Help out with those Forsaken there. And we've pretty well got them. Let's grab our own Forsaken Blessing and summon them in on the Furies. Oh, can't quite.
That's what the masters bid.
Can't quite.
Charge them!
In marches the Dragon Lord. And we are unimpressed. Get the infantry teams moving on forward. We'll have the Marauders up front. All of the Ungor loose their arrows. Yeah, you start chasing off the weapons teams there. There is the Giant causing us all sorts of issues, but we can drop down Forsaken very soon in there. We can have some spawn help out. And then go ahead and surround that Giant. He's getting some pretty good hits on. Our Minotaurs are fleeing, but that's fine. Minotaurs are of no consequence. If the Dragon Lord wishes to face them, that's entirely fine. We'll have you guys kind of hang out here in the middle. Make sure you get out front so you're the one getting hit by the Dragon Breath. Trolls being dealt with, and they just ran into a group of Forsaken. One over. Looks like they chose to hit the Marauders just like we wanted them to. Perfect. Over on the other side, we are chasing off the units. My Marauder Horsemaster took a lot of damage. Not what we wanted to see at all for them. Looks like the Giant's gone. Let's bring Archaon over. Deal with this Lord here. Alright, you guys go help out with those Dragon Ogres. Everyone else can fight this lad here, no problem. Dragon Ogres. All of the archers need to be firing on the Lord. Nothing else matters. Come on, Archaon. Oh, he took to the skies. No problem at all. Not anymore. He's on the ground now. Go give him a hug. Rod of Torment on those Forsaken. Don't let anyone give you a charge. Both of our champions need to activate their extra strength. Slayer of Kings. All the abilities popped. Should beat the brakes off of this poor dragon here. The eye belongs to us, fool. Bring the Shagathon over. Just a deluge of arrows as well. There we go. Took a few casualties, but drop down some more spells. Actually got a miscast there, which is real unfortunate. Looks like the end, though. With the Dragon Lord slain, the rest of the forces are out. Our poor Horsemaster's there. Going to the wolves. Luckily, that should be the most of our casualties. Victory. And the quest was complete. We only lost 146 in the fight, most of that going to our Horsemasters. Pretty solid win. We'll go ahead and enslave these captives. That way we get full replenishment so we can have another quest battle. The Eye of Shuri, named after the Tsinchian sorcerer who discovered it, the Eye sees nearly all. Its current owner should make use of its prophetic powers. We get 2 more Tsinch Authority, 10% reduction in the Winds of Magic cost for all of our spells, 10% less enemy hero success chance for their actions, and then 1,000 barrier hit points for Archaon, making him very, very tanky. A marvelous win. Go ahead and pass out some skill points for said victory. We'll definitely ascend him to Demonhood right away, giving him the Lord of the End Times active ability, dropping a leadership melee attack, adding more miscast chance, and dropping accuracy for every enemy on the map for 60 seconds. Pretty strong. Becoming all-powerful. We'll go ahead and give you good Augrax the thick skin, your armor up to 168. And then for Egram, we'll go for the secondary point to training, as well as Blade Master. Looks like no more skills to pass out. Not even Village stole any this time. And we took some damage there, but not too much that we're not able to fight another battle. These Horse Masters are a little bit injured, but let's go and jump on into the next Vessel of Chaos mission. Well, not the Vessel of Chaos, the Crown of Domination. Will give us even more replenishment faction-wide, and then some favor, and then the crown. Teleport right on over. It'll tell us who we're fighting once we're there. In Tyro, Chosen of Chaos. He is a changer of the ways. Looks like he's only got 2 spells, though. He's got the Searing Doom and the Plague of Rust, but not as scary as your average changer here in this game. Whole bunch of spawn, though, so we'll have to fight off a bunch of squidgy boys, try to keep them bogged down in our heavily armored lads. They actually don't have a lot of armor piercing, these Chaos spawn. It's a fair, decent amount, but actually it's only 50, so we should actually be able to block a good deal of that with our heavily armored warriors. We just want to keep them away from our Horse Masters this time. The map we're looking at looks like these are either going to be... It looks like craters, but these are definitely trees. Trees all over. The enemy reinforcements spawn in from over here, and so we'll have to keep an eye on that. That's just a bunch of Marauders, Hounds of Decay, Trolls, and then the spawn. Let's get to it.
Even as this demon spawn plots to overthrow me, I know my destiny is absolute. Balakor will coronate me. Come then, Changer. Bring your best. I will prove once more that I am the ever-chosen. For I am the anointed, the bringer of woes, the one true Lord of Chaos!
And you were very loud. We did the typical, our troops are really, really scared of the enemy thing, and they're deploying them all against the wall. This is one of the most goofy things in the world. Ruined our spawn-in animation and cinematic quite badly there. Let's have the Marauder Horsemen come on over to this side. Ready to stop anyone from causing them any issues, and we can move on over and throw some javelins into the backs of the reinforcing armies. We will grab Archaon and his squad, put them up front over here. We'll have the rest of the boys deployed kind of in the forest so we can fight the spawn in the forest if able. And we're back. Mochi, the cat, jumped onto my desk here and knocked over the microphone. Let's get this battle actually going. We've got the boys up front. We're going to keep them in the woods. That way they're fighting the spawn in the woods. They lose the spawn. Any large targets lose. It's 80% of their melee attack as well as speed when they're in the forest, unless they have a Strider or Woodsman perk there. Got through. The Forsaken in the back there, because we will have to deal with the spawn-in of the enemy forces when it starts, so I want to kind of rotate these 3 on over to deal with that. There aren't that many enemies, and they aren't all that powerful, so we're not too concerned about them. We'll have our own Chaos Marauders kind of in the back there, also waiting. All of the infantry as one. We will have the Dragon Ogres also waiting. We will pretty much just wait on them to spawn in and then go smush. Dragon Ogres can help out with that. And then we'll use them to deal with all of the nonsense coming in. We'll have the Trolls on this side here, keeping the forest marginally safe. And then we'll have the large boys together, Archaon in the team, and then the good old artillery. We'll put him just back behind here. Should be able to fire on the Chosen as they get a little bit closer. That should work. That'll begin. We'll also bring these Minotaurs over because they have the ability to pass through trees. We'll grab the Ungor. Face your final challenge. Hit J to turn them around, and then we'll grab all 4 of these guys once they show up. Beautiful. And then we'll set them up as such. Perfect. The enemy is just going to sit back and wait for his reinforcements to show up. He's thinking we're going to march on over to him and then get caught unawares, and then he'll charge on over once we are so. They won't catch us off foot. Mostly because we know they're coming. Alright, Arcad, we'll send you over and give the burning head to those marauders. Send some boys there. Reinforcements are approaching. We'll have all of the boys charge on in. Minotaurs go deal with these Hounds of Plague. And everyone else just go find someone to punch.
Seas of blood. Slaughter soon.
Perfect, they should be smashing on in. They're going to chase after my horse masters. Not really going to work out for them quite like they think. Activate a overcast burning head through this group of marauders. And just pull on away. Keep them running from the hounds there. They don't really want to get into a fight with them. Keep charging on forward. I like that they're walking. Get some urgency there. Activate the apocalyptic charge, and they'll smash on in. I guess after slowly working their way through the allied forces there. One around. Burning Head did a ton of damage to the first group and not so much to the second. We are absolutely obliterating this first group here. Activate the Filth Mace and then Standard Die, so they shouldn't take nearly as much damage. Have to hit off the Chosen as well. Scaring them off pretty quickly. They haven't started to move forward just yet, but they are shifting. The group has been brought down pretty quickly there. We're going to grab these guys, turn them around. They didn't quite escape as well, our poor horse masters. You guys have been very good at being distractions.
Do not meddle in my destiny.
Yeah, I don't really want them getting caught by the spawns. We're going to pull them on back. Archaon's Doom Squad will bring them over. Everyone come on over and deal with the spawn there. That's the unit that actually going to be the hardest to bring down. We'll start blasting away at these marauders. Can take only 1 or so hits. Gonna pull our troops back just a little bit there. Wait for the wave of spawn to show up.
That's what the masters
Come on, horse masters. You want to actually run away. It's how you survive.
The dark gods command me.
That's fine. Hounds of Decay have done their work there. We'll bring Archaon to bring down this other group. Should be no problem. Speed them up. Let's grab a portal glyph. Like the Lord of Change is feeling brave. Oh, the trolls are still there fighting. You stay over there. I meant to grab the Minotaurs. Bring them to the center. Everyone needs to get out in front.
The world will scream.
Perfect. Go ahead and hit you down with... Oh, we lost a bit of our abilities to cast. That's unfortunate. Drop down some spawn then to keep us a little safer. We'll send these boys over the top. Help out with that nonsense. Let's go ahead and blast away at these Chaos Warriors here. Our trolls are really not winning that fight against the mixture of troll and hound. Decay. Activate your extra strength.
Move fast for the masters.
Going out front there. We'll bring you guys away. That's foolish. Alright. Slayer Kings, Armor of Morkar. You go get him.
Blessings of war. Blood.
Play the spawn.
Blood. Tear flesh. Orbit.
Potion of strength. We definitely need the Swords of Chaos to back on away.
Ban it all.
Back on away.
Circle
Start blasting in on those Chaos spawn. The best and only targets for them.
Mongols.
Yeah, some of our trolls are fleeing, but that's fine. Coming back now. We'll use them as a mobile Forsaken Blessing. A drop there. Speaking of Forsaken Blessing, they are losing their health quick. Dragon Ogres are having a hard time finding stuff to kill and bringing them down quick. Little shot from the big axe. Looks like that group is running. Let's go ahead and hit these Dragon Ogres before they make it too far. Blasting apart our own units, which is amazing to see. There we go, yeah. Drop down another Spirit Leech. That should easily defeat this wizard here. Lords of Chaos do their work on the trolls. Their lord has fallen. Let's get everyone working on the spawn. Everyone else should flee on their own. Filth Mace and then the Chosen. Go ahead and drop down some Burning Doom there to go ahead and weaken their regeneration. That group's shattered. Looks like the rest of them are too. We just need to deal with the spawn. You keep firing on the spawn units you currently are. Beautiful. Everyone's fleeing. Alright, Furies, you come on over and help out with these spawn on this side. They're getting a delicate coating of arrows. You're lucky they're unbreakable. We're about to see them start dropping quick. Their health pools are... Oh, speaking of dropping quick, there go the chicken nuggets. Falling from the sky. Archaon and company have them pinned down. No one is hurting them. Activate the extra apocalyptic charge there. You just ripped them to pieces. Oh, I forgot about my Lord of the End Times ability. That would have made things a lot easier.
Undivided. Horns bloody. Skulls for the skull.
So you shoot at no one. You are gonna do too much friendly fire. Drop down the demon spew and then just finish these poor crab people off. They're all on fire. They're being shot with arrows. For some reason, none of them are falling. Guys, you gotta smack them a little harder than that. Oh, interesting. Where are the rest of the spawn? Oh, we're just having to wait it out then. Victory. And another quest battle, victorious. We now own all of the Gifts of Chaos as well as the Crown of Domination, so Archaon is fully maximized. We'll go ahead and enslave these captives as well because we want to move on and fight the tree people as soon as we can. Yep. Getting the Crown of Domination giving us +1 authority to the Lord's Army for all authority, -5% upkeep as well, and then +5 to both melee attack and defense, and then the Crown of Domination ability giving us 5% more. Is that overall ward save or just a flat damage resistance period? It also allows him to cause terror, which says can cause terror, and then gives all of our allies in a 50-meter radius extra weapon damage and armor piercing, more leadership, and immune to psychology. Awesome. The earth groans before the might of Archaon. Indeed. And for acquiring the whole set, we gain all authority +1 in all armies faction-wide, and then extra diplomatic relations with all of the chaotic aligned factions, except for just the Dark Elves, who switch sides at the last second. They're never truly chaos aligned, they're just kind of angry. We'll go ahead and go with the Chosen Ones, get us more weapon strength while attacking. 10% is no joke. Oh, you stole enough points to level up their village? Well done. For Augrax, we are going to go for his Deadly Blade. More melee defense isn't really going to matter. If we can defeat our opponent before they land a blow, that works all the more. For you, we'll go for an additional point into training, since it's about to be And in turn, there's nothing else that Archaon's going to be able to do this turn. Village all the way across the way. We're going to keep working towards Fate and Flux. We're going to grab Blessed by Evil. I'd really like to get to Village's quest battle very soon too, but he has just defeated Castalton and is resting up. We are at 29,000 gold. It is definitely a few turns later. We're trying to get some good battles. So since SFO, or it may be SFO's fault, or it may just be because there wasn't one that didn't trigger for whatever reason, we don't have an ultimate campaign victory giving us the goals for what we need to do to win. It could be mostly because we have the ultimate crisis on and we'd have to defeat everything anyway. So what we're going to do for our campaign missions here is we're going to defeat the tree people down in the south. The lizards can be slaughtered by the rats. That's perfectly thematic. We're also going to come deal with the Caravan of Roses, Grimgor's forces, and anything that comes out of the mountains is going to be slain. Across the mountains, whatever village gets into is going to be whatever he gets into, but basically Bellacor's forces and the other armies are really, really dealing damage to the allies there. The Wood Elves are having problems even with the Skaven. And we have actually made friends with most of the Skaven forces that are left, so we have a military alliance with Ikit and Moors, which are fighting in the mountains. And then, of course, we have subjugated Eshin already, so all of their forces are at our beck and call. Should be pretty awesome. We just need to move around a couple of our troops. Look here, Felhard has retreated on away. He's next to the Jadewind Mountain. He could do some damage if we're unlucky. He may go ahead and repair things up. Big fool. Our next battle is going to be with Nakari against Durkit Bogroth. In between, we recruited up a whole heap of Warhounds and gave him a Chaos War Shrine with our gifts. Since we have so many souls sitting in the backpack, just can keep switching between them so we can get the free summons. We're going to go for the War Shrine just for the abilities it gives. The extra physical resistance and replenishment of vigor, as well as more leadership, is always pretty awesome. So we'll use this War Shrine to help us slaughter the orcs up here, who have not a bit of magical attacks among them. So physical protection is going to be really useful. Alright, Nakari, we're going to send you out. You'll get all of the bulls to help fight, and this will be in the Under Empire, so they'll have 5 less melee attacks since they're using the Underway to try to hide around. We're not having any of it. Get to this battle.
Take me for a fool?
No, I take you for a go murder Durkit. Alright, we'll do what we can here to salvage this episode in battle. So basically, we had the secondary issue that has been affecting me throughout the past week while I'm trying to get stuff recorded. The first is that as soon as you hit the recording, or the end recording button, the video just goes ahead and corrupts no matter what. A secondary one is it'll randomly freeze, screen freezes, and it keeps acting like it's recording, but if you're not paying attention closely and watching the screen itself, you don't notice it. So luckily I have been watching it since it's been happening pretty much all day, and we caught it just as Nakari was attacking this lovely Under Empire force of orcs here. We'll have to take a look at their army over on this side. They've got all of the orc biggins, some savage orcs, some black orcs, a whole wah ready to throw down. They've also got some Doomdiver catapults in the back, so we'll be playing Dodge the Goblin. And they've got some trolls. The lords themselves are of no consequence because Nakari will be harvesting their souls quite soon. But before we get this battle going, if you guys know of any kind of recording software besides OBS, let me know in the comments. So that is, the issues have all been through OBS, and I did lots of research today. It seems that they've got some bugs that are going on that are just going to have to be patched out in the next patch, and we're going to have to waiting. I don't like waiting on things so much because, to be honest, having to re-record this stuff is not fun. Not for the reason you guys think. I don't mind having to go back through and get the episodes rebuilt. It's just that we don't get the same kind of authentic reactions because I've already seen the stuff happen. We've already fought the battles. We kind of know how they're going to play out. Much more fun to solve the puzzles in real time. So let's get this battle going. How this one is going to be played out, as I have guys set up. We've tried to get this recorded several times here. I haven't quite found the words that I was looking for till now. So we've got the hounds out front ready to kind of rush on in behind, play Dodge a Goblin, and then as soon as we have an opening, go maul those Doomdiver catapults and any of the archers they have back there. We've got our trolls on one side to provide a regenerating wall of destruction. The monstrous bulls are going to be on this side, and they will be rolling with the minotaurs that spawn in. Let's get the battle going. Actually, let's get everyone grouped up. We've got the Hounds of Decay off to the side as well. They will just kind of be hanging out until the battle is started, and they like to bite on people's ankles there and Spread out that damage over time poison.
Chaos comes!
We got our infantry, our single entities.
We are one.
Perfect. Let's get this battle started. And Nikari himself will be a very good
Touch the Kari.
dodger of their artillery. An excellent participant of Dodge a Goblin. Angry Moo-Moos are rolling out.
Zeus.
Go ahead and get the rest of them here. Oh, they're gonna keep dropping out behind Nikari as he runs. Pull them behind. And then we'll get you guys running. There's no reason to walk into position. Move quickly.
Tempter.
Let's get Nikari moving as well. We'll go ahead and pop his Power Stone. Get us a little bit more Winds of Magic. This man, it moves so fast. Zooming. We will be using all the spells we can. And actually, I'm going to wait until they start firing on him with the Doom Divers. And then we'll drop the Fires of Chaos on top. There they go. The goblins are flying in.
This will
See if we can dodge those. Oh, 2 goblins dodged, but here come a ton more. Alright, so let's grab the Fires of Chaos and let Nikari do his best to dodge them. Drop it in between both of these units here. I think right here is a good spot. They're going to be too busy firing on Nikari to do anything else. You can also throw down a little bit of an Overcast Lash of Slanesh. See how many of these Orc boys we can rip apart. Pretty decent damage, not too bad. Keep Nikari kind of moving around. How much damage we get? Ooh, half on this one Doom Diver. Not bad. We don't want him bogged down by too many troops. He's really just a hit-and-run duelist. He has almost no armor at 20, and it takes a lot of damage really quickly. What's your plan, fools? Oh, the plan is to throw more goblins. Several misses. One of them splats against his knee pretty ineffectively. Nikari also has himself a new item that is going to be giving him a passive heal, the Crown of Everlasting Conquest. So as long as the battle outcome is undecided, he'll be healing up. Until he hits his heal cap, of course, but this kind of keeps him topped off, especially with his really low armor. I don't know what kind of spell they're trying to drop down. We got out of it just in time, though. If you guys keep trying your nonsense, I'm happy to keep a Lash of Slaneshing through here. See if we can get multiple of these units at once. Fire out the nonsense. I dodged one of them. Nikari just moves so quickly. I really want to get a Nikari campaign going at some point. Teach us the micro, or we lose, basically. Are they going to start moving on towards us? We've done quite a bit of damage to 2 of the units and 1 of the Doom Divers.
We are in agreement.
Wasted a little bit of their ammo as well. As long as you're moving away from these guys, they have a pretty hard time hitting. They're kind of like Hail Cannons. Since they do the heat-seeking animation there, they try to follow you. If you move towards them, and they'll smush you 100% of the time. They kind of like dive down at the very end. He's going to kind of waddle on back. Gotta not go too high because the camera will phase through the ceiling. Yeah, we got a couple angry squads of orcs coming on over now. Now let's send the boys up. So we'll get all of you in a group. You can be with the large team. Just grab everyone and move them in. Nikari's still being fired on. And moving up. We can kind of just stand there and absorb some of the Doom Diver catapult damage. It looks like it's really poor. Perhaps those goblins would be better used elsewhere. They're going to keep trying, though. In fact, we've got another Storm of Chaos here. Although we really don't need it. These catapults are kind of limp at this point. Drop the Fires of Chaos down in there. See if Nikari can get all the way around. Go ahead and stop these guys here so they can start firing. Keep Nikari moving. All these guys went way too far forward. Let's charge on in. We can hit them and then pull on back since it looks like they're definitely going to try some nonsense. Luckily the spell's missed. Pull on away, the trolls are coming on over. Coming to give Nikari a kick. Ain't gonna work. Rip another unit apart. Let's bring him away from the trolls there. So they did manage to surround him, which is really interesting. Not a good thing either. We really don't need Nikari surrounded at any point. Alright, there we go. He broke free. Move him on around. He can go assassinate the lords there in just a moment. Guys, lock you and send you into the battle as well. Just charge directly forward. You guys will just be very centralized there. Hit those arrow boys for sure. You guys move on in. Kari, go hit these Doom Diver catapults. And actually, we can drop in the spawn. Oh, not quite. Just barely above half health. We can drop some in here. Very central. Move in the Ungor. And the Hounds as well. So the Hounds will come on in. They'll have the Poison Hounds charging this direction. Coming on in to try to stop some of these big ones on this side. Our Ogre Bulls are in a little bit of a bad situation there. As is Nakari. Getting shot by Night Gobos is not what we want. We'll go ahead and hit the Willing Prey. Oh, they disappeared.
I need souls.
Well, let's go give you some. We'll slow these fools down. You can charge on in. Hit the Wit Stealer Sword as well. Just slice them apart. Get some slow-mo shots. Some of our warriors are fleeing. That's fine. Giants and Spawn ripping through the enemy there. Every orc slain, empowering our Chaos Shrine further. Is it the trolls that are fleeing? We definitely need to give them some help then.
Run for it.
Hounds, come on through. Let's drop some Fires of Chaos in here. There's a ton of guys scattered around. Alright, yeah, the Ogre Bulls are running away as well. Unfortunate, but not to be unexpected. They are cowards. Let's bring them forward. Hounds, you guys can start mauling the different artillery teams. Nakari, let's go deal with this lord here. Stop him from escaping. Lovely. You guys kind of shoot the gap here and try to bog down any of these other soldiers like the chariots. Keep them from doing anything important. Grab you guys, start firing on these blobbed up orkies. Fire on the trolls. Let's get our trolls back to the fight as well. Ogre Bulls.
Killing time. Stop. Agreed.
Alright, their lord is easily mushed on away. Let's bring Nakari in to some rear charges in. Get to kick him over. There's the swing. Now, pull on away. We'll hit a Lash of Slanesh through here. We overcast it. Oh, not quite. We'll just get a single then. Pretty chunky damage. We'll keep turning them back around. Does our giant have any new abilities? No. Alright, let's get you on away. Charge into this group. Those big ones want a hug. Let's do this.
Blades of ruination.
Bunch of Gaz cosplayers. The original Gaz, not the Modern Warfare 2022 too. How many ever twos they could stick in the same title card? You poor orcs, and every single one of them that's going to be running away is taking damage from Nakari. Completely surrounded in orc bodies. Charge in on these next biggins. Most have broken and are fleeing. Good spot to drop our Forsaken in. Some pretty full health units they can kind of chase off. Hound, you get to work. You guys got a lot of orcs to run down. Giant, let's go finish off these trolls. No one better. That's the victory. Keep those archers firing. These poor greenskins are running for their lives, but we shall not let them have them. We claim victory and nothing melts down. Perfect. The Durkit Bogrov actually managed to escape, him and his Black Orc Big Boss both, but they are very, very weakened, so actually I don't mind them escaping because when we fight them next, they will be butter. We will go ahead and enslave these captives. Get some replenishment. There's another army right to the north of them. We gained a assured assailant for Nakari, and audacious as well. Yeah, but because of course he is. What kind of points have we given you? You have gotten some decent points here, except for the Elven Grudge. We don't really need that until we're fighting Imric again, which you probably won't be. Unsubtle Seduction, armor piercing damage for Demonettes and Exalted Demonettes. We don't have any of those. We could grab the Disciples of Excess. Summon Disciple army size. We can't do that. But enemy casualty replenishment rate minus 100% is pretty incredible. Plus 5 Slanesh corruption, and then enemy unit mass minus 25%. Yes, please. Make the lads easier to toss around. That's incredible. That should be something that Tzeentch has access to for its vortexes. Alright, Nakari, we are actually in enemy territory, so let's grab some new friends. 3 more Marauders. Some more Forsaken. Some Marauder Horsemen. Recruit all these guys in, and let's get rid of some of these Hounds, right? Actually can't combine them together, which is a bit sad, but let's get rid of 2 of the Warhounds. Or replace them with a Flying Manticore, as well as another Chaos Giant. Well, maybe not a Giant. Maybe the Dragon Ogres.
You will serve. You have no
A lot of Undivided, unfortunately. We'll grab 1 more Axeman. 2 units of Whips. Turn these guys into the purple-tipped Javelins. And then these Trolls can't be upgraded just yet, but with these Forsaken, can be given the Brando Slanesh. Perfect. And actually, Nakari's army is kind of funky because Nakari himself is not actually a Warrior of Chaos. He doesn't have any authority himself. So all of the authority he's gaining is through all of the extra buffs from Archaon. So we could technically use whatever soldiers we want in Nakari's forces. Having some Nurgle front line to be the tanky ones is probably not a bad idea. Or maybe even Khorne just for extra killing potential. Just get the dual axe chosen and have them be the front line while our others circle on over. Either or is pretty strong. I'd love to get this War Shrine changed. It's a little sad you can't mark them. Or Slanesh. If you get an undivided War Shrine, you can't mark it. Thematically, it may make sense, but I wish I could mark them. I think we'll keep the other Hounds. 3 Aspiring Champions is a bit excessive. Another Giant's probably not a bad call, though. So, you know what? Hounds, you're out.
Should we disband?
Hounds, you're out. Kick out the one with 70 this time. Grab some Trolls. I mean, 1 Troll, or a bunch of Trolls all melded together into a Giant. And then let's go deal with Durkit. We have a full army now. I'm not so scared of the Wolf Herda here. Got a bunch of Wolf Chariots and the like. Nakari doesn't need the Goats to help him win the battle, but we'll happily take them. Give us a decisive victory with low casualties. I am actually going to fight this battle to make sure we take absolutely no casualties, and it will bring you along for the ride. So we'll take the Terror, add it back to these Warhounds. I'm going to hit the save button here. That way, if we have any issues with our recording, I can come right back to this spot. We can get going without losing any momentum. So let's get in there and fight the battle. We don't want to take any casualties because of that other army up front. And even though it says low here, it would still probably take out probably a 1/4 of the health on both of these Marauders of Slanesh. And I'm not here for that. Let's get to it. Right then. The purple tinged sky means death. Let's go ahead and have the Axe Marauders actually hold the outside while the Defender lads can be in the middle. They don't have any Doomdiver catapults anymore, so we can kind of take the fight directly to them, but we're going to take the high ground here. Beautiful. We'll send the whips up front. Spread the lads out just a bit, so they can all get optimum opportunities to flank. We'll have the Forsaken on the far edges, very ready to flank with that devastating flanker buff. A little far forward. And then the Aspiring Chance can hold the center. Since they have barrier, we're actually going to put them out front. From almost like a complete wall to the enemy there. And then the other lads can move in and get their full flanker buff. Mine melted because someone hit the gas outside. The engine was very, very loud. Let's go ahead and... Yes, loud noises. They startle me. We'll have these guys off to the side.
What do you want?
I want you to have a victory here. We're doing far more setting up than we even need to. Ogre Bulls and Trolls. We'll do Trolls and Dragon Ogres. I don't want them to be behind, but really don't really have a lot of choice. We'll move really slow through the forest, but such is the way. Hounds as well. Put them in the woods.
We are one.
With the Hounds, since you're in all with the specific Vanguard deploy. We'll have a Giant here, and a Giant here. War Shrine in the very center. and our lopsided battle line is complete. Let's get this going. In march the moo-moos. We'll have the Minotaurs off to the side here, and then we'll have the archers set up. As follows. You would better run. Warushra indeed. Move faster. Alright, they're in position now. Just in time. Make sure they're all running still. Let's pull you guys away from that nonsense. I'd say you guys can go ahead and handle those workboard chariots. Ikari, let's move on through. They've spotted our boys. We'll go ahead and drop down the Fires of Chaos there if they try to cause any nonsense for them. Get some spells cast at Ikari. He is completely unfazed by your spell casting. To the archers forward as well. Alright, Ikari. Give you some more. That. Let's drop down the spawn over here. I'm actually going to go ahead and give these guys the willing prey. As they run in, they're going to be almost useless. Go ahead and charge them. Hunt down this lord here. Oh, there's no escape. There is only the void. Here comes Ikari. Go ahead and give him his ability before he rushes in. The hordes of Slanesh are upon you. Tiny goblin. And with a single slash, he is felled. Pretty simple. Go ahead and have you come on in as well. Just finish off the rest. A simple victory. Perfect. Well, none can escape. We want to make sure every single one of these lads remains as a captive. I will get you all back to the campaign map. And that time, 0 loss. Much better than what the auto-resolve would have done for us. We will go ahead and replenish these captives as well, giving us almost full health on all of our units there. Ikari face plants on one of the spikes. That is certainly a sensation. Fear of Aramar. Could we get Ikari out of this area? Is the question. We could put him in March, but he would be really in jeopardy there. We could throw him into an ambush stance, which could be really interesting. How much chance do you have? 50% is 50% is more than 0. I think what we'll do instead is though keep in summoning stance so they know exactly where we're at. The Wolf Herda wants to fight. We will make sure that we have all of the Fires of Chaos to singe them for it. For his next ability, Zeppelin Spry actually sounds great for more speed. More speed and more missile resist. Soporific Musk attacks are also pretty amazing. Let's grab this first, get ourselves our contact effect, which will drop melee defense and attack of anything he comes into contact with. But with that victory over the Greenskins, that is all the time I have got for today. I have been Space Wars in Total War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Subthone, and I will see you on the next one.